Just do the thing.
Welcome back to another episode of Mind of the Pack. My name is Olaf.
My name is Glenn, and today we're talking to Benjamin Powell.
Hey guys,
So obviously,
good,
Ben,
good to be here. This is what I've aspired to be and come to in my life.
on one of the best podcasts in Excel
And
world.
of course,
So Ben,
Okay.
obviously, you used to be in Excel. I think you left last year. Yep,
yes, yeah, I did. June.
and obviously both of us used to go gym. We were like avid sports people. So
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
used to play rugby. Used to be a frequent player of rugby.
Yeah,
So
no, no, you were really good. No, you were really good. Playing wing, just oh my days, techie.
yep.
Eki.
So I
Yeah.
know you as the a very like physically minded person, as in like you work on your appearance.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate that.
how do you think like have you faced any mental challenges in sports? And if so, like how did you like navigate them?
Right, so yeah, no, definitely. I think going over to the UK, my main sport is rugby.
Yeah.
So I think going over to the UK, the competition is crazy. It's crazy different from Singapore to the UK. It's hard because for the first time, obviously the coaches want to put you. You've got first team, second team, third team, and the coaches want to put you in an area that they see fit. And to start with, I was put in second team, and that can be like really that can hit hard because you
Yeah.
don't you think you're better than that, and you think you really want to do more than that. But you just keep going, you keep pushing through, you keep showing the coaches like this is what I can do in games, and yeah, in the end, like a week ago, I got brought up to first team. So
Oh, that's
if you just
great.
keep pushing through,
Wow.
you're cool.
Congratulations.
Hmm.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's really sweet.
Well, we all know that you were like really smart, one of the smartest in our grade by far. So, like, how do you find that physical activity helps you manage stress, especially with academic pressures?
It's tough. It definitely is tough. Like, I think organizing yourself is the best thing. So, for me, I have a calendar, just so I know when I can slot things in. Um, I think when a sport takes up too much of your time and is starting to implement in your academics, I think that's when you have to call it quits and start slowing down.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened yet. I think you have to just get your priorities straight. So for me, priorities, academics is always number one, then
Mm.
sports, and everything else follows.
Uh,
Yeah, so like how do you handle your setbacks? Obviously in rugby, in I know you played football under 14s. How do you like handle those like tough setbacks when you like lose a game or like you can have a bad game when you like,
Mm.
expect it more from yourself?
Yeah. Okay. So the way I see it is just um, you're always going to have bad games compared to good games
Yeah.
every time. So I just look at it saying every time before a game, I'll pick two things that I really, really want to focus on. And that whole game, I'll just focus on those on that. And for me, the way I judge if I've done well is basically at the end of a game if I'm out of breath and if I really think I played well. So
Yeah.
it's tough trying
mm.
to understand that.
Yeah, because I know for me like you said, the margin between good games and bad games is like completely one-sided. Like you'll have like 10
100%.
bad games in a season and one good game. And like you
Yeah,
just
definitely.
motivation has to just only go off that one good game. So as soon as you
Hmm.
start thinking about those bad games, like your mind goes to dark
Yeah.
side.
No, you're right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So like how you mentioned with your calendar about balancing your life, but like
Yeah.
how do you balance it during like exam seasons? Like do you cut back on rugby, gym, football, or do you try
Yeah.
around
So
that?
yeah, I think a way to push myself is if I still keep rugby and I really get yeah, if I keep rugby, but I think I have to start cutting back on gym on stuff like that,
Hmm.
which obviously means that it hinders my performance on the field, and it means that I'm not playing as well. But I can really focus on exams, and that's my number one priority. So I don't really care about rugby in that sense.
Yeah. And especially now, I think it's the off season. It should be about winter there, in UK. Snow.
Yeah, we started in September and we keep playing rugby until December.
Oh, so you
Mm.
don't have like an off season due because of like the winter, or do
We
you just?
do from for rugby 15s, off season is January to June, but we've got rugby sevens and rugby tens happening then. So
Oh,
it's a
okay.
big
Push.
Well, during the off season, right? I
yeah,
I would expect you go mostly gym to keep up your physical health.
100%.
So
Yeah.
see, I used to go gym with you quite a bit, and your music taste was a really good one. So I just wanted to ask
It
you,
was quite cute. It was really quite cute. I
what's
quite
your
like that.
favorite gym song?
I think I'm either going to go with Believer by Imagine Dragons because
Mm,
that really
Believer.
hypes me up,
good song, a good song.
or I'm going to go with a nice little fiend,
No,
nice little
Fiend.
fiend. Getting,
I know
Fiend.
Fiend was a very
That's a
getting
popular
good
one.
a
choice. Very good
No, it
choice.
is. I know. But thanks, guys. No, I really appreciate that. Dead also, I think gym music. I've started to stray away from just hard rap because it just doesn't. I do listen to it from time to time when I'm really hitting PRs or stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like
Mm.
when I'm just doing my normal gym routine, I'll just put normal music on.
Mm.
I'll just put normal bands or anything like that.
Like that white girl
Mm.
playlist.
Oh, the white girl
Yeah, in my
playlist.
white golf playlist.
White girl playlist.
Yeah, that's quite like I quite like that. It's quite cute.
Well,
A nice
speaking,
little firework over my bench press is quite nice.
Yeah, exactly.
mm, well, speaking of like your athletic background and stuff, what motivates you to keep up with both your studies and athletic goals, like when you just feel down and stuff, especially
Um,
during.
so academics for me is kind of like it's kind of a no-brainer because what I've just started to realize is like my whole life I've been thinking, right, I'm gonna get into this university, I'm gonna do this. But then when you start getting these grades back and you're like, yo, I am not on track. I really need to start pushing myself.
Mm,
That's when I think that's where the motivation comes through. Um,
mm,
I think sports wise, it's just the competition. The competition is crazy. You just want to keep pushing
yeah.
yourself, pushing yourself, and pushing yourself. And it's not like you're trying to beat the person, which is, yeah, you do want to,
Yeah.
but you want to beat the person you were yesterday.
Mm.
So where do
A
you?
nice
I know in Singapore you played for Centurions.
centaurs.
Where do you play in UK?
So I play for my school, Kes Bath or King Edward's
Mm.
Bath, and we're not doing too badly. The second team have lost one game, and the first have an unbeaten record. So we're doing quite well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
do you
yeah.
find the playing field compare in the UK compared to Singapore? Is it harder?
Oh, it's what do you mean, like the playing field itself, like the grass and shit?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like rugby, every is it like
Skill level.
competition. Is it harder to get in clubs?
Oh, 100%. Oh,
Yeah.
200%. Like no, yeah, like it is it's much harder here. The mentality is much harder. Like these guys just when they get on the field, all they want to do is just tackle, tackle, tackle. When you go to a place like to a certain rugby club in Singapore,
Mm,
they hold back from tackles and they don't want to. They're scared to commit. So you keep getting just easy tries, and it's annoying. It really is annoying.
mm,
So obviously, when you moved from Singapore to UK, I would
Yeah.
assume it's quite a difficult transition,
Mm,
as in like it
mm.
would have taken a lot of time for all of your stuff to arrive, and obviously shifting your school's curriculum. You went to A levels, I believe, from IB.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you have a lot of stress when that shift happened? As in, like, how did you cope with
Uh,
that?
yes, yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I think it was less about the move itself. Like moving houses is easy. Like it's just
Yeah.
a different house. But the number one thing is like I think the English are very known for being very closed up, so it's hard to make friends in the
Mm.
first 2, 3 weeks. But after a while, you just catch on, and it's great. These guys are really cool. Um, yeah, it's tough. It's a different system where these guys are all really trying to fight to get into the best university. So the
Yeah.
competition is crazy as well. It really is crazy.
Speaking of rules, just a personal question. Did you get your cat
Yeah,
already? Like you have your cat?
yeah, yeah. He's with me.
Like
He is in the other room. He's throwing
okay.
me out food again. He's so fat.
Well, I think we've reached the fun part of the podcast now.
What?
We've got a new segment called Would You Rather?
Would you rather? Well, let's get
Oh no, I
started.
like that. No, that was really synchronized, guys. Yeah, I like that.
So, Ben, would you rather play in a high stakes rugby final or ace an incredibly challenging exam?
Oi. I think I would ace an incredibly hard exam if it was
Mm,
a really, really like a really important exam.
like
Actually,
finals or A-level finals.
yeah, if it was an A-level final, because that means a lot. But if it's just like a normal test that I get
Yeah.
100% on, no, I'd rather do rugby any day.
Mm.
Mm.
Now, obviously being a gym freak, would you rather have unlimited access to the best gym equipment in the world or never get injured playing rugby ever again?
I haven't even gone into playing rugby.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna go unlimited weights. Oh no, I have. No, I'm gonna go unlimited gym equipment
Limited gym equipment. Good
Mm.
choice.
with my groin area. It's working.
Now, we all know that we all have our idols in the academic and sports field. So, would you rather train with your sports idol or spend a day studying with your expert or in your favorite academic field?
So for me, my sports idol is Glenn Catino because he's taught me
Mm.
so much in the
Honored.
gym when we go,
Mm.
and in cricket wise, it's incredible. An academic hero, I think it's got to be Olaf Paulita
Mm.
because he teaches me so much, and he heads up this podcast, which is like my favorite podcast,
Mm.
and I really want
Mm.
people to get me on there because it's I'd love to be so popular as to be on that podcast.
I actually had a quick question for Olaf. Who is your academic idol? Like you asked a question, like I'm assuming that you have an amazing
Oh, I have to say my academic idol is definitely Ben Powell.
Ben Powell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
that was the one.
he's really taught me a lot. Like we study together and we help out each other in like the fields we lack in.
Remind
So
me
yeah.
when did you guys study together? Because like
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
last year when
last
we
year,
had
yeah.
e-assessment, yeah.
Really,
I
what did you
struggle
study
with math,
together?
so he helped me out and
Wow.
I'm
Mm,
pretty good at science, so yeah.
science. Yeah, so you helped him
Mm.
out in
What
science.
about you, Glenn? What about you,
On my
Glenn?
day, it's just next question.
Who's your academic who's your academic idol?
I'd say previous guest, Farzan and Amdar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right, not me. Okay, thanks, mate. No, I
Really?
appreciate that.
Really?
Thanks, mate.
Would you rather be known as a hardest working athlete or the smartest person in the room?
Uh, I'd definitely say hardest working athlete because it shows how much of a character you have and how much of a um big guy you are.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh
So
my
would would you rather have a perfect form on every exercise at the gym or perfect technique in every rugby move?
um ooh, perfect technique in every rugby move. 100%.
Oh, really?
Because you really limit yourself getting injured, and it's really like because sometimes when you get shoulder injuries from not perfect technique, it's the worst thing.
Oh.
really worst thing. And you can't play for several games, and it's happened to me, and it just sucks. Really sucks.
Yeah.
You see, when I heard this question, in my mind, I immediately said, well, he's already got both. So don't
Yeah.
you have to choose.
Like
I'm telling you, this guy
you're
is
just
doing
perfect,
wow.
Ben. You're just
Thanks, guys.
perfect.
I know. Really appreciate that, guys.
No, Ben, would you
I'm gonna zip it up for you, just so you don't have to.
Ben, I know as a sportsman myself, getting injured or getting sore after a gym session, after a match, not good. So,
Yeah.
would you rather never experience physical soreness again, or never feel mentally exhausted after studying?
Oh, Glenn, I have to say that's like the best question you've asked this whole night.
Off the top of my head.
Say mentally tired.
Mm,
I would love to just not feel mentally tired because it really drains you. It really drains you. And if you didn't feel mentally tired, you could just keep going for forever, basically,
yeah.
till you die.
Mm. Well, Ben, closing off today's podcast with the last question. We all know
Yeah.
you're such an inspirational figure for everyone. So, what advice would you give to young athletes trying to balance sports and academics?
I think the number one thing is just like whatever sets you back, just use it as a platform to really elevate yourself. So if you're in my position, if you put second team, just don't worry about it. Just keep pushing until you get first team. It
Yeah.
might be a minor setback, but it really could push you back because you push you forward.
All right.
Well,
Perfect. Thank you so much,
I
Ben,
guess
for
thank you so much,
All
Ben,
my
podcast.
days,
for
guys. It's
joining
been an
us.
honor. It's been an
Pleasure,
honor.
Ben, and hope to see you soon when you come back to Singapore.
Yeah.
Aw, thanks,
Well,
guys.
guys, this is the end of our podcast today.
This is Glenn, your host. signing
Click
off.
that follow button and tune in for the next episode next week.
You gotta see how the hustle goes. You know he caught up by his bros though. He's just another person, another victim, another one that's caught up in the room.
Ben.
Yeah.